Hi everyone, my name's Pieta Valentine. I've written 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit. Today's session is on the smart way of questioning relatives in a dementia unit. So, smart being specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time-framed. Now, I'm going to use warmth as a specific method here because it's all very important here in the South Island in New Zealand, especially at the moment when we're heading into winter, unfortunately, after a beautiful summer down here. So warmth and how to question about warmth to your mother in a dementia facility. So firstly, I'll start with what not to do, and then I'll go into how to approach it, because there is a very specific method in terms of questioning dementia residents in a dementia unit and to get a response. You know, tried and true method this. I've worked with this a lot. Okay, so what not to do is to come into your mother, your lovely mother, and say, "Mum, do you want anything?" Now, chances are she will say, "Oh, I'm fine, dear." And then you can even go further and say, "Well, is there anything in the room that you'd like?" Chances are she'll be thinking, room, what's in the room? You know, like bed and bathroom and what else? I can't even think about it if I'm not there seeing it. So she'll say, "Oh, I'm fine, it's all right." You know, or you could even go further still and say, "Well, what about your wardrobe? Do you need anything in your wardrobe?" But mum's, you know, she can't remember or think about like trousers or shoes or jewelry there's so many things in a wardrobe, so she's unlikely to respond to that either. Anyway, she doesn't want to be a fuss, because that whole generation in New Zealand anyway here don't make a fuss for your children. That's what they all, 90%, 95% of this generation are like that. They don't want to make a fuss. And so if the questions are general, they'll just say they're fine when they're not. And it's hard for them to specify, well, which aspect am I not fine with? Which aspect do I need? What do I need? You know, there's so many things I need. Like, anyway, I haven't got anything here. So what do I ask for? So the best thing is to be specific. Okay, so what you need to do, go into the room yourself, into the lovely bedroom, hopefully north facing, winter now, and you find it a bit chilly, and it's always warm in the lounge, but it's a bit chilly in the room. So go with mum into the bedroom so she can see everything. Now everything's in front of her, so she's got context with the questions that you're asking about warmth. So you sit in the room, you're finding it a bit chilly even with a jacket on. Poor old mum, she has hardly, thin cardi, that's all. Then you say, "Look, mum, are you warm enough here?" Still, the question's too general. So you start with the specifics and you say, "Mum, would you like a heater in your room?" And mum is very likely to say, "A heater? Oh yes, dear, a heater would be lovely. It does get a bit chilly in here, So that's specific, it's measurable, it's a heater, it's achievable. You can just bring in a nice little rolly one and just say to mum, "Look, I can bring in a heater, achievable. Yes, we can achieve that. It's realistic. Yes, a heater's very realistic because it keeps you warm and you need that when it's freezing. And time framed, I'll bring in the heater, mum, tomorrow." Yes, okay, because there's chilly weather coming up and I don't want you cold. So I'll bring it in tomorrow, the one from home, the little one that wheels along. It's tiny, just 3 thin bars. So, it's only that high and so wide, and it can just go around your room easily, so it won't get in the way of all the furniture. Oh, yes, that would be good, such a little room here. And if you can wheel it around, that would make it easier. And what I'll do, mum, that one's actually, I'll bring it in tomorrow, but because it's for the guest room and guests are coming soon, I'll go to the warehouse, get one just the same, bring in a brand new. Oh no, actually what we'll do is I'll bring the one from the guest home for you and we'll leave it here no trouble. And then I can get a new one for home later on when the guest comes. Oh, that would be lovely, dear. A lovely little heater. Yes, if I'm warm here, that will make all the difference. Voila. That's the first thing. Second thing, is there anything else you need to keep you warm? Oh, I don't know, dear. I think the heater will be fine. Well, no, not actually. What about the bed? Well, actually, now that you say it, it is a bit cold in bed. I mean, you know, like in the day, I like to come and have a lie down, but, you know, it's only really a cold cotton sheet and that big bulk, that big bedspread thing that's too difficult to get under. Oh, well, that's fine. I'll bring in the light duvet, the light feather duvet, or the mohair rug. What would you like? Or would you like both? Well, actually, dear, yes, I would, because that light duvet I can just pull up over me, you know, at night, and in the day I can get under that mohair rug or put it over my knee when I'm sitting here when it's cold. Look at that. You've got three things going on now to keep her warm. And then you can go into the feather pillow. Does she want on? You can also go into ask her, well, what about the sheets? You just said now the sheets are cold. Do you want me to bring in some, those furry winter sheets we have down here? You probably don't have those in the tropics, you know, in the world. I'm sure in America you have those warm, fleecy sheets. Do you want me to bring in a set of those? 2 sets, one for washing, one for hair, and pillowcases. Oh, yes. I really like those warm, fluffy sheets. It makes me feel cozy at night and in the morning. You never want to get up. It's so cozy. These cold sheets, very, very cold, actually. You know, the cotton, crisp and cold, just like a hospital. And if I have those nice warm sheets, I think I'd be, you know, it would be a lot more homely for me. Good. Okay. Right. So we've got quite a list going on around warmth here, haven't we, Mother? All these good questions going on, all measurable, all achievable. We'll get it all done in the week. So you've got your warm, fluffy sheets, warm, fluffy pillowcase, lovely little tiny 3-bar wheelie heater. What else did we get? And then we got, the duvet and the mohair rug. 5 things from specific, measurable, achievable, relatable, whatever, realistic, time-framed questions. That's a good thing, that SMART question process. So this is good. So this is really works with dementia. And also, okay, you can carry on. Look, Mum, what about your wardrobe? Are you warm enough here? Oh, yes, dear, it's very warm in the lounge, but it's just here in the room it gets cold, and I just need a warmer nightie. That cotton one's no good. It's only good for the summer. Okay, 2 long, lovely nighties, warm, fleecy nighties. Well, I think that's up to 7 or something. What about a dressing gown? Oh, yes, I do need a dressing gown because, you know, when we go to dinner at night, you know, you go in your nightie. It's not good. All those people everywhere. I need a nice, thick, warm nightie that can cover everything up, and then there's nothing embarrassing happen. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I should have really known that. Okay, right. So we'll get a nice dressing gown, thick, warm, easy to wrap up and use below the knee. Is that good? Yes, and maybe a pair of fluffy slippers, you know, but good around the ankles so they're supportive, you know, so I don't slip out of them, just to keep my feet warm at night. My word, I think we're up to 9 now. Look at that, warmth. So you just go through everything specific, you know, the SMART process, make it specific, make it realistic, talk through the details. It's perfect. You know, this is the way to do it. And with every process, do it like no general questioning, specific questioning, and make sure to bring it in on time so that you don't leave the person on the lurch, you know, so that they will become orientated to the fact, oh yes, you're coming with the heater, I'm going to be warm, I'm getting my nightie, my lovely dressing gown, my son's done this, my daughter's done that, they love me so much, and I feel so well supported, and I'm actually quite cozy here in this room now, and I'm all set up. Look at that. This is the way, a very good supportive way, just with this one topic of warmth. You can use the SMART questioning process and you can get through, you know, it's fantastic. Okay, so thank you for your likes, subscriptions, support, and I do notice comments are coming. Fantastic. So I'll comment to those. Replying, that's the word. I'm replying to those, and thank you for the new subscriptions, everyone. It's fantastic.